I think being scared makes you feel alive.
Horror games were like a bonding experience for me and my friends.
It makes you live this trauma.
Putting that through the horror lens, dialing it up to 11.
And of course, I always love the viscera.
I think I got killed.
Seeing decapitation, seeing heads exploding.
When I first saw it, I was like, oh my God.
I literally jumped up out of my seat and like slammed the pause button.
I think horror in video games kind of goes back to like the beginning of video games.
The explosion of the video game craze hit us in 1983.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty rough for back then.
Scariest game in the arcades. It was so good.
Will this popularity last is the question. Well, the makers of video games are gambling that it will.
The label survival horror came in '96.
Resident Evil, Biohazard. Oh, that's a scary game.
But then everyone tried to understand what was the precursor.
Now we were like, we really got to finish this thing. We were scared to death.
サイレントヒルっていう企画ができたときに、あ、このタイトルであれば僕はゲーム音楽っていうのを変える。
The publisher had to pull out of the contract, and we were like, okay, what do we do? What do we do?
It was a deeply emotional thing to write at the time.
You know, it felt like something that was made by people that are hurting.
Because I'm gonna get choked up about this.
This is so much more than I realized it was going to be.
We're into this era of digital storytelling where we have the ability to inject some of that reactivity and that life back into things.
What if we break that rule? What happens if we do that?
Video games are causing violence, and I'm like, oh yeah? I'll show you.
They really like twisted the nipples of horror games.
Okay, we're doing something good there.
Talk about identifying what scares gamers the most.
I'm just like sitting by my friend going,
The emotional play that you have is a first-person emotional response.
It causes me to feel that thrill or that fear or that light.
It's almost more frightening when you have hope.
これをできるだけ両方味わいたいというか。
Yeah, okay, there's a sweet spot there. Let's push on this one.
I love this. I want to see more of it.
Oh my God, I gotta get out, I gotta stay alive, I gotta get out, I gotta stay alive.
I mean, I think it's pretty simple.
we're gonna scare ourselves to death.
Might as well go big or go home. Just make it ridiculous.